The chariot arrived back in Ayodhya. It was empty. Rama was gone. His brother Lakshmana was gone too. Sita, Rama's wife, was also not there. The people saw the empty chariot. Their hearts sank. A wave of unease swept over the crowd. Where were their beloved princes? Where was their future queen? Questions hung heavy in the air. The silence of the chariot was deafening. It spoke of a tragedy they could not yet comprehend. The news spread like wildfire. Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita were exiled. They were gone to the forest for 14 long years. The city of Ayodhya, once joyous, was now shrouded in sorrow. Women wept openly. They cried for Rama. They cried for their king. Their cries echoed through the palace walls. They reached the ears of the king, Dasharatha. Each cry was a dagger to his heart. He had banished his own son. He had condemned his own daughter-in-law. And for what? A promise made in haste. Dasharatha collapsed. His body, once strong and proud, was now frail and weak. His heart, once filled with joy, was now heavy with sorrow. He had sent his son away, his Rama, his pride, his heir. He had listened to his other wife, Kaikeyi. Blinded by his love for her, he had agreed to her demands. Now he was paying the price, a terrible, heart-wrenching price. Section 4. From Glory to Grief. Dasharatha, the mighty king, was now a broken man. He had fought countless battles. He had vanquished numerous foes. He had earned the respect of his people. But what good was his valor now? What use were his victories? His past glory mocked his present suffering. He had conquered kingdoms, but he could not conquer his own grief. He had ruled over millions, but he could not rule over his own fate. Section 5. Wrestling with Destiny. Alone in his chambers, Dasharatha wrestled with his thoughts. Was this his destiny? Was this the price of his past actions? Had he been a bad king, a bad father? The questions tormented him. They offered no solace. He had always believed in Dharma, in righteousness. He had always strived to be a just ruler. But now he was drowning in a sea of injustice. His own actions had brought this storm upon him. Section 6. A kingdom in despair. Ayodhya, once a beacon of hope, was now a city in mourning. The people were lost, their king was broken, their prince was gone. The future seemed bleak, the prophecy had come true, the curse of the sage had taken effect. Life, they realized, was unpredictable. Fate was a cruel master. Happiness was transient, and even the mightiest of kings were not immune to sorrow. The city of Ayodhya, along with its king, was left to grieve for what was lost, to grieve for what could have been.